Welcome to NoNoBadDog, and this week we've got a special treat for you, if not for me. We have a foil mystery pack. Yeah, it actually says vegetable beef stew on there, if you can read that. I have no idea where this came from. It kind of turned up in a food pack that we've got around, so I decided, what the hell? Vegetable beef stew. But in case that proves to be like full of mold or spiders or something, we also have Armor potted meat food product. America's favorite. I would not have called that knowing what I do about this armor potted meat stuff. What I know about it is my grandparents eat it, so there's that. Alright, this doesn't actually have the box with any of the nutrition, or in fact anything at all. It just says vegetable beef stew, and then it's got some numbers. So we are going to go ahead and heat it up anyway with one of my MRE heaters, see how well that works, and then we'll plate it up and see what's inside. Maybe Nazi gold? Alright. No, it's not Nazi gold. Don't get your hopes up. Alright, it is now 8 minutes later, and our mystery vegetable beef stew pouch has been warmed up at least a little by the MRE heater. We're going to kind of smush it around there, try to get all the heat distributed evenly. And now the moment of truth. What is vegetable beef stew? Well, that doesn't look too bad. For those regular viewers of the program and the previous two shows, you know that we have not had a great run with anything that the government considers beef to this point. Both of the other MREs, I assume this is from an MRE pack, both the other MREs we tried, go ahead and let you take a look at that, turned out to be this horrible strychnine beef combo. So this doesn't look too bad, actually. It looks a bit watery for what I would consider stew, but considering we know nothing about it, it's not too bad. It seems to have some kind of carrot chunks, little peas, big things of potatoes. Look at that. That is... yeah. Alright, so we're going to try these one at a time and then get a whole mouthful. So potatoes first. That's just a starchy white Idaho potato. I would expect nothing less from our friends in the government. And this is the beef. You know what? I'm actually going to try that last. Last time we had some of this beef, it just about put me on the floor. So we've got some peas, and the dog is desperately wanting some of this now, so he can't have any. It's all mine. Alright. Oh, the peas are actually pretty bad. They're just squishy and emaciated, and there's nothing to them. I think I saw some carrot hiding around in here, though, so that... same thing. It's so overcooked there's nothing to it. The potatoes have held up the best, but I think that's only because they're not fully cooked. And yes, I'm dissembling. So, alright. This looks like it might actually belong to an animal at one point, which makes it better than the beef crumbles we've had previously. I'm gonna put this in my mouth. Alright, are you ready? That's definitely got more texture. It doesn't actually taste like anything, though. But the last time I said the beef was okay, it took a minute to actually sink in, so we're going to have to wait. I don't know if this is made by a different company or pretty much anything about it, but that's just kind of tasting like dried pot roast. I mean, it's obviously not filet mignon in here. I don't know how much any of these cost, but it can't be too much if they're giving them out. Yeah, a little bit chewy, a little bit greasy from the gravy-like mixture here. But I gotta say, that's the only one of the MREs we've had so far that I would actually eat. So, good on you, whoever did the vegetable beef stew. Alright, we're gonna put that aside a little bit to open up what is our first non-government issue food to review on here, the armor potted meat. Yeah, it's gluten-free. Wow, okay. I would have thought gluten would be one of the first things they throw in here. Unlike the stew, this has definitely been inspected for wholesomeness by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. All right, now I want to get in close here for a second. I want to let you see. For some reason the camera's not focusing on that. Some of the ingredients here: mechanically separated chicken, beef tripe, water, and salt. That doesn't actually sound too bad. I remember this having something else, like partially defatted fatty tissue or something like that. Still not what you'd call a health food. Look at that. One can, 160 calories, 110 from fat. I think you could just drink bacon drippings and not get as much calories from fat as that. Total fat, saturated fat, 18%. Cholesterol, 27%. But it's the good kind. No, it's not. It's actually not. Do not listen to me. I am not a doctor. Sodium, 840 milligrams. So that's 35% of your daily sodium intake. Wow, okay. A little bit of vitamin C. I wonder where that came from. There's nothing in that ingredient list that I would call vitamin rich. Made with chicken and beef, so you know it's good. Alright, let's go ahead and crack this thing open. Now, I remember this looking vaguely like Play-Doh. Oh, yeah. Can you see that? Yum. Oh, the cat just came running in here. I think he wants some. Oh, it does smell like cat food. That smells exactly like wet cat food, which should not surprise me in the least, since that's basically what it is. Let me go ahead and get a spoon into... Look at that! It's like silly putty! That is, honest to God, the color of silly putty, and it's kind of clinging to the tin lid. Ugh. Yeah. It's kind of separated a little bit, and that worries me. I don't think... First of all, I don't think meat should be best described as creamy. That's probably a red flag right there. Oh, God, what? Blork, yeah, that's... When it drips off the spoon, you know it's ready. Look at that. Yum. Alright, I really don't want to put this in my face. So, serving suggestion. Serve on white bread or with crackers and caviar. Oh my god, that is actually caviar on that. Like, that's not just me, is it? It's a cracker with tomato and some kind of caviar. I think if you've got caviar, you're probably well beyond the point of spending 40 cents on a can of potted meat. I'm kind of wishing we had some of those horrible dry rye crackers from the MRE reviews. Oh, it jiggles. Jiggles like gelatin. Look at that. Alright. The longer I talk, the... Presumably, the longer I talk, the less I have to put this in my mouth. Look at that! Ugh. Okay, this is... Deep breaths. Alright. Mmm. Oh, God. Okay, you know it's not going to be the best, but that is just awful. It's not creamy. It's salty and it's gritty. There are pieces of grit or ground up bone or something in there. It's sticking to my tongue, too. It feels like somebody threw a piece of chalk into a chicken grinder and minced it up. That is awful. The cat is desperate to get some of this. He's tugging on the camera cord as we speak. But he can't have any because this is called NoNoBadDog, not cat get your ass off the counter. So, God, do I have to put more of this in my mouth? Like, I guess I do. Alright. I'm going back in. That does not get any better. Some of the MREs we've had, the more you eat them, kind of the better they get. I guess you get used to it or it kills your taste buds or something. I'm having no more of that. That is awful. That's... There is no condition I can see myself in where that would be high up on my list of food choices. I guess, like, if the bombs drop and it's me and like 1,000 cans of this in a warehouse, I might learn to like it, but otherwise I cannot see a possible future with more potted meat food product in it. So, I hope you've enjoyed watching me suffer. Join us next week when we are going to be getting up on the counter for our first head-to-head competition.